Hey everybody, Josh Larson here again with Rage Real Estate, and this year we've been interviewing our clients who own businesses. And for this video, we're taking things in a slightly different direction and interviewing a nonprofit. On either side of me are two of my closest friends, Jason Jans, CEO of CrossPurpose, and Juan Pena, CPO of CrossPurpose. And CrossPurpose is a nonprofit that is very close to my heart, and I really respect these guys and what they're doing. And I'm really excited to introduce them to you. So for starters, Jay, why don't you tell us, what is CrossPurpose?
CrossPurpose is a nonprofit whose mission is to abolish economic, relational, and spiritual poverty through career and community development. So what that means is we take people in generational poverty and we move them into a career level job that gets them out of financial poverty in about 6 months through a really robust wraparound services type approach and a holistic approach to solving poverty. We quit asking the question, how do we help people in poverty? We say, how do we help people get out of poverty?
What makes you guys different than other nonprofits out there?
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for helping me get my home.
Yes.
Josh actually helped me buy a home without my wife actually putting her eyes on it. So
That's true.
Thank you for that. She's very happy with it, by the way.
We should thank Courtney for letting you buy it without seeing it.
But yeah, to answer your question about what makes us different, there's a couple of things that come up for me. One is that we are deeply rooted in our community. So we are, one of our core values is deep roots. And all of the work that we do is born out of like truly moving into a community, building relationships with our neighbors, and then saying like, what do our neighbors need for them to have a full life where they can thrive with their families? And so for us, this idea of helping them get careers. We just saw that so many of them did not have any marketable skills. They were unemployed. And so Jay and I and our team said, okay, let's build something that's gonna help them go and get those careers. And so I think that's one of the main things that come up for me. Is like it's not like a program that was like we got from another city. It came from the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And as we saw needs, we said like, this is what we need to do for our neighbors. And that's how we came up.
I think that's one of the things that I like about it, is that both of these guys are committed to this neighborhood. They live in this neighborhood and serve this neighborhood. So
I think the whole thing started because a woman who lives next door to Jen and I, and we actually bought our house before Rage was a thing. So getting to know her story, and she was really smart and she had a management mindset. And I thought, man, she should be making 3 times what she's making, but she was changing oil at the local Walmart. And anyway, that conversation actually led to, let's figure out how to let her be all that she was created to be. And so now she's senior manager at FedEx and she's rocking it. And she knows she's the hero, but all we're doing now is just replicating that kind of relationship.
yeah. Juan, what do you think is the secret sauce of CrossPurpose?
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's a lot of what we've just been talking about. Is we are not just a jobs place where somebody comes in that's unemployed and we help them get a job quickly. We are all about the holistic approach of helping somebody. So, of course, we provide professional services and we train up our neighbors to get the skills that they need to get a full career. But then we also look back and say, hey, has there been any trauma in their lives? Are there any core wounds in their lives that need to be healed? And so we do the hard work of healing wounds and provide counseling. And then on top of that, we wrap it around a group of volunteers that we recruit in the community called Allies. And so these are middle class to upper class neighbors that say like, I want to do something. I want to help my neighbor, and they just don't know how to do it. And so we say, hey, here's a platform. Come in and get involved in our program. And on Wednesday nights, we have this family gathering that is beautiful. And we'll have 150 people sharing a meal together and then breaking it into small groups to build relationships. So I think it's the relationship part of our program is what the secret sauce that keeps everything together.
Yeah. Now, COVID this year kind of put a damper on that, because I know that was a key thing for you guys, is face-to-face, close relationships, deep connections. So what do things look like for the time being and for the foreseeable future with COVID?
Yeah, COVID flipped our business model because we had really good philanthropy. We had a really low unemployment rate, so a lot of jobs, and then a lot of employers that needed people. And in 1 week that flipped upside down, the money dried up, the line went out the door, and people weren't hiring. So yeah, it's the toughest year we've ever had. Thank God this is an awesome team, a dynamic entrepreneurial team. We pivoted. I hate that word now, but we now put like 45 hours of instruction, 45 videos of instruction online, and we really zoomed it and tried to build social capital and do the training and all that in a virtual environment, and it's worked pretty well. And then I think where we're going now is to give us time actually to pause and think, where are we headed? And we now have worked this model for 8 years, and we're experts at it, I will say that. And we figured out how to do it. And we've helped now 1,000 people in our neighborhood achieve economic self-sufficiency. So we're looking at a growth and scale plan to, over the next 5 years, move to 4 different communities in the Denver metro area, so that everybody who lives can really access within a 15 to 20 minute drive. They can access a place where the neighbors from the community will help neighbors actually achieve this goal.
Yeah. What's the best way for our clients to reach out to you guys to either volunteer or donate?
Well, you sold your house through Josh. We want more than that. We want you to sell your soul to us. And I'm not joking. We are not looking for people that want to come and serve turkey once a year at our little dinner that we do. We're not looking for people to come and paint a wall. Nope, we want you to sell your soul. That's the only volunteers we're interested in. That means you want to dive in and become an ally. That means a 6-month commitment, 24 weeks, having dinner every single week with an awesome group of local heroes here who are achieving the path to self-sufficiency. We need people to write big checks. We invest about $20,000, the same price to send my son to CU his freshman year, just tuition, books, and fees. That can actually take a family out of generational poverty and move them into self-sufficiency. So we need money and to sell your soul, to be involved. We need you to hire our people. We need you to give us a commission off of your equity when you resell that house.
Yes.
All that stuff. So we're not looking for the weekend warrior type volunteer person. We're looking for the Marines, the few, the proud, the brave. And we just think with a small group of people, we can really rock it.
Yeah. I'll attest to that. I've been able to serve as an ally for 3 times now, and I'm planning to do it again next spring. And it's been life-changing, so you won't regret it. And I know this time of year, a lot of us are kind of looking at our finances and planning our charitable contributions, and I don't know of a nonprofit that utilizes resources better than this one. So I highly recommend them to you. And thanks, guys. Appreciate your time.
Josh, thank you.
We are an enterprise tax zone, so if you were to write us a check for $10,000, we give you a $2,500 tax credit, not a deduction, a credit, right off your state tax bill. So you should not be paying state taxes this year. You should let us take care of that for you. Thank you.
That's right.